Alright, here we go, Stop Nation. So matchups are back in FIFA Mobile 18 for another week. Now, we decided that we would give Stop D-Dog the week off. She needed some time to kind of think through all of her picks and her strategies and everything like that. Last week didn't go well, very well at all for her. She really misinterpreted the rules last week as she tried to pull all the wrong ones, but we're gonna try it this week. So we're gonna talk about this week. We're gonna give our opinions on some of these matchups and see how we can do in this matchup this week. But first, before we talk about this has got to be seen. This came up on Twitter earlier today. In fact, probably half an hour ago, on the FIFA Mobile Twitter page. They've teased that something for the football freeze, or whatever it's gonna be called this year, is coming. They showed some presents. They said the calendar of gift giving and all that stuff is starting tomorrow. So make sure you come back, check out here, check out Twitter, everything like that, and we will make sure to keep you updated with everything that's going on with that. But I am so excited. I know a lot of you have been waiting for this promo. One of the best promos from last season is coming back, and I am super excited. I'm actually getting a little surprised too, because I feel like it started so much later last season, so I don't know if it's going to be part of the promo, if it's going to be an intro to the promo. We'll have to see what happens when it drops tomorrow, but I am super excited about that one. But without further ado, let us go into the matchups and let us look at the first matchups that we can go. So you can see we got one of the most well-rounded players, I would say, to come up so far. All the stats are pretty decent. 93 sprint speed, 90 acceleration. He's got the shot power boost, 93 strength, 91 ball control, 88 dribbling. So almost a rainbow flick off the bat. 86 finishing, 91 shot power, 86 short pass, 84 reactions, long shots. So lots of really good stats on this card. So definitely would be a nice pickup to get if we can get all four of these predictions right. And it's going to start at the top with quite an interesting match. I'm very on the fence with this one. Part of me, I'll be oh, Napoli, definitely want them to go for it. Definitely think they're going to get the win. You know, they've been playing well. They've been getting some goals. They've got some big, matches that are going up with only one real, unfortunate loss in the last little while in the Champions League. Juventus also playing fairly well as well. They got a draw against Barcelona, which, so I think that's the thing. They're not necessarily winning some of the key matches now, but they are getting the points that they need. So that's where this match, I think both of them have the ability to score. Both of them have the ability to defend. They're both sides of the ball. It's going to be a tough back and forth match, which is why I'm kind of leaning towards a draw in this match. The last match that they basically played a similar team was when they played AC Milan, with both teams winning. Juventus getting 2-0, Napoli getting 2-1 in the match. So that's where there's not a lot separating these two teams. It's honestly going to come a lot down to who shows up more on the day, but I'm thinking draw is probably going to be the result of this match. So our first one, we're going with the draw in our first match for Napoli versus Juventus. So our next matchup we got Porto versus Benfica. Now another very interesting match, especially because this has such close ties to who's going to be in the top in the league, in the lead of the table after this match. So Benfica is in third right now, but has a chance to move right up there and tie for first with Porto if they can get the win, who's trying to hang on to their first place lead. So it's going to be a very interesting match for sure in this one. I don't think I'm going to go for a draw in this one. I do think I'm going to pick a winner in this. So some things that I kind of looked at with this: Porto, some really big matches lately, but also a couple draws, including some draws to some teams in kind of the lower end of the table, whereas Benfica actually pulled out the victory over the same team. Just so you know, it was a little while ago, obviously, so you can't compare them totally, but if you're looking head-to-head versus different teams, Benfica's had a bit of better record against teams that they've played in common recently. Benfica, I feel they got that, it's that third place. They're kind of playing from behind, those kind of things. I'm gonna give it to Benfica, also because Benfica is one of those teams that back when I was playing FIFA 94, I just like to be their team because I really like their jerseys. So if that's not a great reason, I don't really know what else is. So we're going with Benfica on this one for our second matchup, and we're going to see how they can do in match 2. To match 3, we're on to the right-hand side now. In this one, this is another probably pretty tough match to take a look at. We got Leipzig over here and Hoffenheim to see who is going to win in this match. I feel this is one that we're really going to have to look at kind of recent performance. There's been a couple missteps for Hoffenheim lately in terms of some of the losses and stuff, and if you look at teams that they have both played together, Leipzig has the better record against some of the teams that they're comparable with, plus they had that huge win over Monaco in the Champions League. So for those reasons, I am going to go with them, and we are going to take them as the winning team in this one. So we're going to go in here, and we are going to collect our 4 goals to pick our third match if our player doesn't stand in the way. So here we go. Goal number 1 puts it off the crossbar. Bad sign. On to our final match, and this one, so here, like, Galatasaray is like, you know, they're leading the table. They have been like in absolute unbelievable form lately. They've gotten 5 goals in what, through three of their last 4 games, and the other, they've been on a great winning streak. They've been doing well. Not much to like be said. I think that there is a very good chance that they're gonna pick. Now, the only thing that like makes me like a bit more question it is like some of these matches also recently for Besiktas is how well they play. Like 9-0. That's a pretty good win. Now, that being said, you know, those kind of games happen and everything. I think Galatasaray has been a bit more like consistent in their last games. They're leading the table. They got a lot to prove right now going into this one. So I am going to go with Galatasaray. I think they're going to pull out the victory in this one. I'm going to give them the edge in match 4. Alright, so there you have it. We have our 4 predictions of these matches. So we only got 1 draw going this week. The rest, we've given the edge to one of the 2 teams. Who do you think is going to win the matchups, though? Who is your prediction? Put your predictions in the comments below. Let me know who you think is going to win or draw in these matches. And we'll look back next week to see how we do. Thank you for checking this out and stopping by. It's been a pleasure as always. Stop D out.